So, hey ladies, welcome back to Somebody Come Listen to This podcast. This is your host, Nava, and I know I'm probably late to the party, but I am just now running into this video of this teacher whose husband made her lunch, and what was in her lunch was just pretty obvious that he doesn't like his wife. He pretty much hates her, and everybody was in her comments telling her that your husband doesn't like you. And like these women always do, she's like, oh, he was just joking. And she had to turn off her comments because this video went viral and got, I think, like 10 million shares or views. And she like defended him like always. So I'm going to get into this video and show you ladies what he put in her lunch bag, and I'm going to show you guys some of the responses and some of the comments, and I will talk to you ladies later. I won't be back, but I will talk to you ladies later. Bye.
So I forgot my lunch today, and I asked my husband to bring me lunch. We have a bag of cookies, a bag of pretzels. Feels very empty. We have not just a portion of Pringles, but an entire container. Another bag of cookies. We have my 2-day-old Chipotle. We have a bag of dog food. Because you're my dog.
When I saw this video, I thought it was your classic rage bait. The video has millions of views, the comments are turned off, and I was like, typical. There's a comment that somebody said, I don't know why you're getting so much flack for that lunch video. I love 2-day-old Chipotle. And I was like, I bet you do. As much as we jump on this app and try to tell women they deserve better, there are women who love 2-day-old Chipotle in every way. She finds it hilarious, and she found the kind of partner who does these kind of fun, quirky things. And she hasn't gotten tired of it yet, so good for them. But there are a lot of women out there who are getting dog food in their lunch bag as well, and they are tired of it. And I feel like as a dating coach for women, those are the kind of women I want to reach. Because there are some women out there who don't want that, who won't just give them some old classic malicious compliance or weaponized incompetence, who will actually be thoughtful and careful. And you'll see the love in what they're doing. Everything isn't a big joke to them. I feel like when we see these types of videos, we always want to impose our standards on the other people because we want the best for them. But there are people out there who don't want more, who don't want better. They don't mind a little dog food in their lunch bag. They don't mind a little 2-day-old Chipotle, metaphorically and literally.
When it comes to this husband who prepared his wife's lunch for her, I wasn't going to make a video on it because I've kind of deviated from this kind of content for a while now. However, I'm here because there is one point that no one has made yet that I must make on this topic. And it is not to talk about how much he hates her and wants her dead. No. The point that no one has made is the sheer fact that he put the dog food in the lunchbox first. It was the last thing that she pulled out said lunchbox, which means it was the first thing on his mind to prepare for her for her lunch. A prank, quote unquote, joke involving dog food. He had more intention with said dog food, put it in a sandwich bag, wrote 2 notes to put on top of said sandwich bag and put it in there first. Had more intention, more consideration, and more care for a joke involving dog food than he did the rest of her lunch. That just speaks volumes to me. And before you try to write this off as just a joke, I want you to ask yourself 2 questions. Would you prepare your spouse's lunch the exact same way? Don't change anything. Second question. How would you feel if your spouse prepared your lunch the exact same way? All right. Thank you.
Can you imagine working so hard, right? And it's lunchtime, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have such an amazing lunch my husband packed, and it's dog food. And then imagine opening it in front of the teachers in the teachers' lounge.
Y'all, did you see that viral TikTok of the woman unboxing the lunch her husband brought her to work? She didn't have time to make her own, so she asked him to help out. But instead of an actual lunch, she pulls out half-eaten bags of snacks straight from the pantry, just tossed in the bag. Then under that, 2-day-old Chipotle from the fridge. And then the kicker, a Ziploc bag full of dog kibble with a sticky note that says, because you are my dog. and right under it another note, but please bring this back. We're running low on food for the dog. Now tell me, where's the joke? Because if that's supposed to be the funny lunch, then where's the real one? She asked him for help and he brought her nothing. And the wild part, he clearly had the energy to call her a dog, but not the effort to grab her food from a drive-thru. And let me be real, this actually reminded me of my own past relationship. I remember asking my partner at the time to pick me up dinner after a long shift, and instead he showed up with nothing but some half-empty chips from his car. At first I laughed it off, but deep down I knew it wasn't funny. It was him showing me I couldn't rely on him. That was the moment I realized jokes can sometimes hide real disrespect. Some people in the comments are brushing it off like, oh, it's just a joke. But if the joke leaves your partner hungry, is it really a joke or is it resentment dressed up as humor? Personally, if my spouse treated me like this, I'd start asking some hard questions. What do y'all think, playful joke or straight up
That's not
disrespect?
even the worst part to me. On the dog food, he put the dog food in a Ziploc bag and wrote a sticky note on the outside of it that said, "You're my dog." And he used the incorrect spelling of your. He used Y-O-U-R. Your wife is a teacher and you can't even concoct a third grade word? Like, embarrassing. It's like all signs point back to a lack of effort. Like, he just put Pringles in her lunchbox. He put cookies in her lunchbox. 2-day-old Chipotle in her lunchbox. Nothing had a Ziploc bag. Nothing had Tupperware. But the dog food not only had Ziplocs, it had 2 notes written on it. And he also told her to bring the dog food back home later because that's the dog's meal for later. What? Please, dear Lord, I really hope that's rage bait. Either she's rage baiting us or she's in danger.
Your husband pack you dog food for your lunch. Let that sink in. Your husband packed you dog food for your lunch. Because it'd be different. He said, hey, here's your real lunch, or I'll order you real Chipotle, give you like 2-day-old Chipotle. If he did that, that would be way better. But at the same time, here's the thing. That's probably their sense of humor. And she probably liked that part of his sense of humor. So I can't be so critical to believe like, oh yeah, she doesn't understand the joke. And that's the inside joke. But do I pay like executioner right now and say, oh yeah, he's just a horrible person, leave him? No, I'm not gonna say that. Cause that's fucked up. But why? Okay. The dog food thing was a little bit extreme. Cause look, I have a dog. But it's like, why give her the dog food? He left like a note saying, don't finish all the dog food. He's funny. He has a sense of humor. And I think sometimes like we get so serious with the gender wars and we forget like people like to play around a lot. Some people love to play around. So I can't necessarily fault it for that. And here's the thing too. I've never been a husband. So some husbands love to play around. They live for that shit. Like playing around is their thing. So for you to say like you don't know their vows, you're not into their personal life, and like I said, like there's like 2-day Chipotle, that's a little bit extreme and a little bit crazy. But at the end of the day, that's who he is. You can't just go around changing people. You can't say they should get a divorce because you're not there for the day to day. You don't know how annoying she is in the morning or at night. We're just assuming that she's the angel, this guy's the devil. Like, where did these assumptions come from?
We have a bag of dog food. Because you're my dog.
We should be happy that this man has been picked up. No longer in the dating pool, not being a terror to other women out there. She did us a favor. She picked up the trash. And now she gets to live with trash.
Malicious compliance is when you complete a task that you don't necessarily want to do, and you're going to do it so badly so that the outcome is either inefficient or completely absurd, with the hopes that no one will ever ask you to do it again, right? And that's what we see with that lady who's unboxing her lunch. That man hates her, and it's okay. I mean, it's not okay that he hates her, but it's okay that she doesn't see it right now because she's defending him. She thinks it's funny. With the growth of the internet, we can now realize that maybe we are in unhealthy relationships or toxic relationships. And maybe it's not right now, but we have been in the past. It's not uncommon to hate the person that you're with. That's not what I meant. It's not uncommon to see couples that actually hate each other. We see it all the time, especially in media. But it's important to build your self-esteem, have some self-awareness, do some self-reflection, and do better, really. Malicious compliance is passive-aggressive and completely unhealthy.
And this is what we mean when we say the signs were there. I am not going to hold your hand, but I'm going to say this. That man hates your fucking guts. And you know, in true TikTok fashion, when a woman comes on the internet and tells us something her husband did to her that was not okay, and then everyone is on her side and trashing him, they come back to the internet and make us seem like the crazy person. So personally, she thinks it's hilarious that she asked her husband to bring her lunch and he brought her a bunch of open cookies, 2-day-old Chipotle, and dog food. Literal dog food. But that's just our relationship, I guess. Now, I'm aware that everyone's humor is different, right? Now, I would find this funny, or I would even say, okay, that's weird, but okay. If, let's say, he brought that, right? Watched her from a distance unpack it, and then when she unpacked it, be like, haha, joke, here's your real lunch. Here's your real lunch. There was nothing at the house, so I stopped and I picked you up, whatever, from wherever the fuck. Hell, I picked you up some McDonald's, I picked you up some Wendy's, something. There was nothing at the house, so I stopped and I got you this. Or I made you this. I just thought it would be funny. That's a joke. That is a joke. Because at the end of the day, you are still at work. You still needed lunch. 2-day-old Chipotle, ew, disgusting. Dog food. And then this is the other part I don't think anyone's picking up on, right? He says on the notes, bring it back because we're running out of dog food. Why don't you go get some? Go get some. Go get some. So you're aware that y'all are running out of dog food. So instead of go get some, you're telling her to bring back the dog food that you sent to her job as a joke. But we're the crazy ones. We're the ones that just don't understand the joke in your relationship. Y'all remember on Family Feud, there was when Steve asked he asked that guy, what did he ask him? Something that he regretted or something like that. And he basically made a joke about his wife, how he like regretted their relationship. And what did he do? He laughed. His wife was in the audience. He murdered her. He murdered her. And I said, a lot of y'all are sleeping next to your worst enemy. Some of these men hate your stinking guts. And they have roped y'all and had y'all brainwash yourselves into thinking they're joking with you, that they're playing with you. And this is why when I'm dating someone, like what they call it, negging or nudging or whatever, when they be like playfully rude to you, I don't play that shit. I don't play that shit. You have to be nice and sweet to me. I don't play that fake mean, that fake rude shit. I don't do it. Because you're not about to say something either really mean or really nasty and you'll be like, babe, you know I'm playing. You know that's how I joke with you. Ha, 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 ha. No. And that's not to say someone who's always nice to you can't secretly hate your fucking guts. But I feel like it'll be easier to see it when the facade slips. It's like, that's not normal. But hey, girl. We just can't take a joke.
So, did y'all see that TikTok of the woman asking her husband to bring her lunch to work? She didn't have time to make her own, so he shows up with a bag and she films herself unboxing it. First thing she pulls out, random open snack bag straight from the pantry. Not in containers, not portioned, literally the half-eaten pantry bags tossed into her lunch. Then underneath that, 2-day-old Chipotle leftovers from the fridge. And then it gets worse, a Ziploc bag full of dog kibble. Yup, with a sticky note on it that says, because you're my dog. And under that, another note that says, but bring this back. We're low on food for the actual dog. Now, in my opinion, your husband hates you. Like, the effort it took to bag up dog food and write 2 notes, that's more work than just grabbing actual lunch. And the kicker, he knows the dog is out of food, that instead of just buying some, he used it to call you a dog. And of course, she's in the comments like, relax, it's just a joke. But if that was the joke lunch, where's the real lunch? Because the reality is you asked for food and you didn't get fed. That's not a joke. That's just
See the
me.
TikTok of that lady that asked her husband to bring her lunch to work because she didn't have enough time to make her own lunch. And she's unboxing the lunch her husband made her on camera. And she's pulling out open packages of snacks from the pantry, not in any bags or other containers, the actual opened bags of snacks from the pantry, just put in the bag. Under that is 2-day-old Chipotle that was in the fridge. And under that is a Ziploc bag full of dog food, full of kibble, with a sticky note that says, "Because you are my dog, DAWG." And under that sticky note is another one that says, "But please bring this back though, because we're running low on food for the dog." In my opinion, your husband hates you. And so many women have pointed this out to her in the comments. And of course, she's doing the classic thing of, it's just a joke, it's just a joke. Okay. If that's the joke lunch, where is the real lunch? Because you asked your husband to bring you lunch, and he didn't bring you lunch. So what's the joke? Also, the added layer of him being fully aware that there is not enough food for the dog at home, but won't just buy more dog food. He put more effort into calling you a dog by putting the kibble in a Ziploc bag than just going to a drive-thru and getting you lunch. It's your life.
I don't know if y'all have seen the video of the lady who's a school teacher, beautiful lady, says, "I'm not coming to hate on you." If y'all have seen the video where she asked her husband to pack her lunch and he packs her lunch, she then proceeds to unpack her lunch on camera. And whether it was rage bait or whether it was real, there are so many men like this. So I would not put it past him and call it rage bait. I absolutely believe it was like real. I was appalled. When it comes to men, it is like unbearable, excruciating, and so frustrating how low the bar is for them and how they are glorified for such simple things that they should do, that they should know how to do, and honestly things that they should not be glorified for. And before I get into this rant, this is not a bashing men, this is not a I hate men type of thing, because I think men are amazing. I think men are needed. Men are good. Men are protectors. They are strong. We absolutely need men. Us women were made from the ribs of men. So this is not even a video like that. Please, guys, don't be offended. But if you are, if the shoe fits. What made me so angry about this video is that you're going to have people in the comments like, oh, he thought that he was save it. Because I know for a fact that man asked his wife to make him a lunch, she would have packed this man a lunch that you'd think that you'd give to Jesus himself. And in this, he packs her like big old things of Pringles, to which I eat a full thing of Pringles, so like not knocking that. But then like half empty bag of pretzels, random bags of cookies. Then what really did it was the dog food at the bottom with the note that says, "You're my dog," and that the dog needed more dog food. As though that was something that was like, ooh, like I did that. The utter disrespect that I felt, not just for her, but for literally just women everywhere who deal with things like that. It is so frustrating. You mean to tell me you can't pack a simple lunch? Like, you do not love this woman enough that you can't simply pack a sandwich, fruit, like cheese, things that she actually likes. Because by the looks of it, she doesn't seem like the type of lady that just wants to sit and eat chips and cookies. It's just simply knowing your person. Then if you're not the kind of man who can actually pack a lunch, or so many grocery stores that I am so sure you guys live by, you could have bought a sandwich, bought some cheese, bought some drink. Like, it's just not hard. And it blows my mind because a lot of these guys will treat their women like this. But then if their buddy asked them to pack them a lunch, they'd go pack them a freaking gourmet lunch. Like, all right, come on now. Suspect. And it's like, goes back to even like you, a kid. Mom could change a kid's diaper. Nothing. Like, she's expected to change her kid's diaper. A dad changes their kid's diaper. They just get so glorified, so sharp. Oh my God, you're just the best dad ever. How are you the best dad ever for doing something you're supposed to do? A mom gives her child a bath. A dad gives their child a bath. And now they're dad of the century. Mom takes all 6 kids to the store with her, straps them in, does all that herself. It's expected. A dad does it, and he now deserves a freaking Nobel Peace Prize. What? And it's like these simple tasks that men are glorified to do that women just completely get ignored because they're expected to do it. A woman cooks and it's like, okay, great. A man says that he likes to cook and it is like, oh my God, you're just the most amazing man ever. Every woman needs you. Like, cooking is essential. That is an essential task that everyone should know how to do. But you can't even pack a lunch for your spouse. And then it's the thinking it's funny. And it's like, to me, it's just not funny. Keep in mind, I am the most unserious person in the world. And I think that I'm just more so offended by it and just the weaponized incompetence, because I have dealt with a person like that. I have dealt with a person that it's like, just that. Just bizarre, absurd. And then it's like we laugh at it, and it's like that's the reason that they think it's funny. They think it's cute. It's not cute. Because if we were to do it, we would get shunned. Like, if a man unpacked his lunch that his wife packed him and it was some BS, she would literally never hear the end of it for the rest of her life. But yeah, it's just so funny. Like, oh, he tried so hard. No, you didn't try hard, because if your woman would have packed you something like that, you'd probably be on the way to the courthouse right now to divorce her. Let's be honest. It's just, we have to stop giving men passes. The bar is in hell. That's how low the bar is for majority of these men out here. That is why they walk around acting the way they act. Just incompetent AF. Unable to, I don't know. I don't know. But the video just says, I'm irritated for you. If you're not, I'm irritated for you. And I know you're probably going to have a video where he's great, he does all these things. I'm sorry, but to me, it's the small things. I don't care about you freaking buying us a house or anything like that. To me, it's the small things that matter to me, because those small things will show and tell you how much a man does or does not love you and feel about you. And that's the thing.